Wow, that's how we start a show. You know, you should, honestly, to you guys watching, you should see what happens right before every show. I always mess up. It's fantastic. Anyway, hello. We're halfway through the week. We made it together. Way to go, girls. High five, Cheryl. High five, Ann. Abby. All right. Wow, that was bad. We're like this. Thanks for joining us here on Wednesday. We're glad you're here with us. We're going to learn a lot today because the topic today is all about relationships and marriage. And I want to start singing Love It. I am going to. Love and Marriage.
You and your song.
Marriage. And we're going to do that with our special, incredibly brilliant, talented
Spirit fingers.
Woo! Mainse. Hello, Ann. Welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be here.
All right. Well, if you weren't here with us Monday, I don't know why you weren't. I'm going to introduce Ann again. You're a television host. I'm just going to look at you. You're a television host. You're a podcast host.
Really?
You are an author. You are a blogger. You are a national speaker, a marriage expert with Heart to Heart Family Ministries.
Yeah. I'm waiting for you to get to the good stuff.
You're a mom, wife, and a nana. What's with this singing?
Yes.
We're like, nana. You are a nana, and a very proud nana. And I know on Monday, if you want to see Ann's pictures,
So
go back to Monday.
adorable. Go back to the Monday show.
You'll see it.
And welcome, incredibly gifted, beautiful co-host Cheryl
What's
and
up?
I see why you girls keep coming back.
I know, I just get all the accolades.
Just
have
come
I
back.
know.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I do all this, and then I'm like, oh, the girls, I better be as
Okay, you know what? But I'm just noticing no one's saying that back to you.
No, it's
so
okay.
Melinda, you are so beautiful.
Melinda girl.
Your hair.
You are the best girl.
Okay, there, we got that done.
That was awesome. I actually really liked that. Okay, well, are you ready to get honest and open about our relationships? I hope you are, because this show is going to be all about that. We are going to go deep, real, honest, authentic, transparent, and all those words today.
And all those words.
Today. So I think the first thing, though, Ann, you wanted to ask us a question for those that are married. And now, Abby is not, for your viewers, Abby is not married yet. Not married yet. But you are going to learn a lot
I'm
today,
going to
right?
learn. I want to learn. I love relationships.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so...
passionate about good relationships.
Okay,
Okay,
so you
great.
are, we're all students.
Yep.
Obviously, we're
Yes.
all students. But can we go down and see how long we've been married and all of this?
Okay, so almost 7 months. I'll say 7 months. I've been
7
married
months.
7 months.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
So would that mean
made
that
it.
you're still in the honeymoon?
I am.
yeah,
Honeymoon
absolutely.
/ reality stage.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'll say that, and then we'll talk about that a little bit more. So
Okay.
7 months.
Okay,
Yeah?
7 months.
Next.
Cheryl?
I'd like to preface first that I was married very young. Before I give you the amount of, no, really, I was married very young.
Yes.
Like fresh out of Bible college. I've been married for, it'll be 23 years, June 10th.
All right.
Wow.
Crazy,
Very
right?
good.
Crazy, right?
Yes,
3
crazy.
years.
23
You
years.
should be teaching this.
Okay. Anne, and you.
And well, Ron and I,
This.
July 7th will be our anniversary, and we've been married 33 years.
Oh, wow.
And like you, I was a mere babe when I got married. I
Very
believe-
young.
Legal permission was had.
Exactly. I think I was 8 years old.
Amazing.
Okay,
No,
but
actually,
you guys look great.
I was 20 when I
Okay.
got. Let's just put it out there. I was
So
20
great.
when we were still in Bible college.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in your relationship?
A year.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Great.
relationship a year,
Okay.
7 months married, 23, 33. Okay.
It's a big gap.
So I know you're going to ask us this question to the
Yes.
married people.
Yes, I
So
am.
go for it, Ann. What's the question?
Okay, girls. What surprised you the most in marriage? What has surprised you the most?
Notebook.
Because there's so much. You go into marriage
my
with all these
gosh.
expectations, and then
Okay.
once you get your feet under you, then things start
Absolutely.
to.
Okay, I'll
light.
start because I am the newbie. And again, this is, second time around finding love. But what has surprised me most with Chris is how much I love him and also am challenged by him, sometimes in the same breath.
What? You mean it's not all rainbows and
Oh my goodness, no. So, but
Girl.
it's crazy how you can love someone so much and then stand before him and go, wow, you bring all that ugliness right to the top in the same minute. That did surprise me because I actually thought it wouldn't be so, right?
Yeah.
And then the second thing surprising me is my own personal space.
Oh.
Like just
Yeah, that's gone.
space. It's like here's my space
Yeah.
and my place and my stuff and the way I do things. And then all of a sudden you throw in a guy, and it's like wow, I was there. I'm going there. Now you're there.
Right.
Like I'm walking into the kitchen and now you're in front of the refrigerator looking for the mayo that's right in front of you.
Yeah.
But
you
I'm trying to
can't
go in
find.
and get an orange
Oh
juice.
my
But I'm like,
gosh.
you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. I'm like, what?
The
But
little things.
just those little things, or just things in the bathroom. I like my bathroom with stuff, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden my moisturizer isn't there. Clumps of toothpaste in the sink that I'm like, what's that? So
Yeah.
those just life stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's surprising. Now, Chris, I love you. Okay, I'm just being honest today.
And that's what this is all about.
Okay.
Is being honest.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what's surprised me.
Cheryl?
Okay, 23 years.
turn.
Oh.
Do we have enough time? No.
I just want to know if you're going to counsel us after I say
Yes.
what I want to say. Okay. So first of all, here's what I've learned after 23 years that marriage is not. Can I
Okay.
maybe take from
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Marriage is not a power struggle. Pause.
This is where I need to
Very good. Write that down.
Write that down.
Write that
I'm
down.
a very, very headstrong, very determined person, and some would say my friends and family will say I'm a bull in a china shop. And so I have a way of sucking air out of a room, and I've had to learn to give some of that up. And I've had to learn that disagreeing doesn't mean that you are taking away my rights and my voice. I will be heard. And you know, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will not be silenced. He's like, I'm just saying no to Chinese. Just bring it down.
You're like,
But I was so
Yeah, exactly.
ultra sensitive. I
Yeah.
came in with. I mean, I'm. There's a lot of background, but very quickly, I'm a child of a single mother, and she just was like, mom and dad, and like, don't let anybody. And so I just sort of lived with this, like, I will defend my
yeah.
space. But it is surrender.
Yeah.
It's yielding, and it's partnership.
Yeah.
That has been the most complicated dance of all.
That's good. That's actually good because it's sort of
I
like a
like
surprising
that.
part, but that's
I
good.
really,
The dance.
really like
Most
that.
complicated
Yeah.
dance.
I like that.
And what about you? Because 33 years, surprising you.
Well, and it's something that we still work through even now. Is that back when we first got married, after the honeymoon phase,
Oh,
which
you're so
she's
sweet.
I
doing,
know.
you start to realize that actually he can't read my mind. He doesn't know what I
that's another
need from
thing.
him right now.
Yes.
I actually have to bite my pride or spit out my pride and tell him, honey, I actually need you to hold me right now because I'm pretty upset or I'm hurt or I'm whatever. And you just leaving me on my own and doing your guy thing or you trying to fix it because you see there's a problem. Both of those are not going to work. I just need
Yeah.
you to hold me and say, what you're going through right now is really tough and I'm really
Yeah.
sorry
Acknowledge.
and I'm here
Yeah.
for you.
See, that's a big one too because I have felt that I think Chris should know what I need.
Oh yeah.
Before sometimes I need it. And so
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just sit there and I'm looking at him. He's like, what? And I'm like, you must know. Like, look at me. Look how I am. Look at my face. Look at what I've been through. And Chris will be like, what's the problem? I'm like, you should know.
And we're offended.
And I can sit and I'm so offended. And then he's
Yeah.
like, please just tell
They
me.
just-
That's what Ron
you
says.
know, they
just tell me.
Yeah,
I
they
know.
process differently.
Totally.
They do, and that's the bottom line.
That's
is
a good- yeah.
they think differently. It's the whole Bill and Pam Farrell thing. Men are like waffles, women are like spaghetti.
Yes.
They're in the boxes,
Yes.
and women, all of our thoughts are touching other thoughts
That is
and
my favorite.
connected.
Just, like,
That's a good picture.
explanation.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
the way it is. And so it's our thinking is different. We've got to learn that it's okay to have different thinking.
Yeah.
That I don't need to expect my husband to be my best girlfriend.
And and that's the thing that
Yes.
Chris has said. There's
Yeah.
a point where we'll be talking and all of a sudden I'll go, Mel, I think it's time you need to go talk to your girlfriend. Because you've now told me the same story 5 times in different angles. And I'm like, really? Like, I'm like, from this angle, from then he goes, so I'm done, and I need to go talk to your girlfriend. And that's actually been healthy for me.
I was going to say, that's really healthy.
But it was really funny because I got offended at first. I'm like, you're supposed to be all things. He goes, no, not after the 4th time of the same story, of you just wanting me to affirm what
Because
you want.
you need someone to relate to you on a different level
Right.
than he maybe is incapable of going to.
Yep, I agree.
Because he's not wired that way. And it's okay.
Those
It's
are
all
good
right.
things.
It's
Okay.
Okay.
Now, next, you have some surprising stats about marriage,
Okay,
which
well-
I'm fascinated to hear.
Okay, I want to go through those quickly because I want to get to something.
Oh, yeah. And
we get to
we have a
something
bit more
really good.
time here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately, the bad news is 41% of Canadian marriages will end before their 30th anniversary. So before their 30th anniversary,
41?
41%.
Yikes.
The average marriage in Canada lasts 14 years.
Wow.
And so that's taking into account those who divorce very late in life and those who divorce early. But the good news is, when a couple both come from a stable home, when both mom and dad are, plowing through and they're determined to make this marriage work, when a couple both come from that kind of home, the divorce rate is only 9%.
Wow.
9%. So to me, that says to
Yeah.
all of us,
Yeah.
no matter how old we are,
Yeah.
we need to work on our marriages.
Yeah.
When
'Cause
times get tough,
we model what we see.
exactly,
Yeah.
our kids will benefit from that. And you're saying, but you know what? We argue so much, and I don't want our kids to be exposed to that. But if you learn how to argue properly,
And well.
do it right,
Yeah.
your kids will be exposed to
see
the
you
right
working it
kind
out.
of,
You're working it out.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so I love that stat because that's so encouraging for my generation, for younger, older. Let's work on our marriages. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Now, given, there are people who are on their second marriage because of whatever reason.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that because you've learned so much from that first experience.
yes.
And now you're going to take that with you with God's help
Yes.
and God's healing in you.
Yeah.
And you're going to move forward
Yeah.
and
Yes.
learn and do it right.
Yeah, that's
There's
good.
nothing
That's,
wrong with that.
Thanks for that reminder, because sometimes, especially, as we've both, Abby and I, have gone through difficult divorces. I'm married, you're now in a relationship. It is that part of saying, there are moments of trepidation, like, second time round, if I'm not careful, the same issues could come back into my second, and then
Oh,
I
for
could
sure.
ruin it with Chris and I. But there's also that part of Chris and I both are determined to really work hard at doing these things well, especially when we have kids now, and we're doing these things. We're like, we want, Nathan and Sophie to see a well-modeled, relationship going forward.
And I
So-
know that you and Chris went through really good preparation before marriage.
yes.
And so for anyone who's on their second, considering a second marriage,
Yeah.
I really encourage you to go through Christian counseling. Like really, because why Christian counseling? Because they're in tune, that person is in tune with God's Holy Spirit. And only God's Holy Spirit knows the nitty gritty of what you need to have dealt with.
Yeah.
And then that can come out, and then you can deal with it, and then you can move on in a healthy way.
That's
Yes,
good.
I agree.
So.
All right, and that's
Okay.
good. Lots to
Skip
think
to
about.
that.
Now,
All right,
you've
so that's the
also,
stats.
now here's
Okay.
another thing. So now
Okay.
you've also brought information where we know Dr. Phil. Many of us know Dr. Phil. And
Okay, we're
we've
getting to
we've
that one.
heard
All right.
his advice on
Yes.
many things in life, but you say that he's got some good points and thoughts about divorce-proofing your marriage.
Yes.
Love to hear those.
And this is shocking. When I'm going to read to you a quote from Dr. Phil, and when
Okay.
you hear this, you're going to be shocked that it was actually Dr. Phil that said this.
Okay.
He said this in his book, Relationship Rescue. Okay. He said an interesting statistic shared by David McLaughlin in his wonderful series entitled The Role of the Man in the Family, so Dr. Phil is referring to another thing, reflects that the divorce rate in America is at a minimum 1 out of every 2 marriages. This is in the U.S. But the reported divorce rate among couples who pray together is about 1 in 10,000.
wow.
Go, Dr. Phil.
Wow.
Phil, he said it's a pretty impressive statistic.
That
Even
just
if you
gave me goosebumps for
even if
some
you
reason.
reduce it 1,000-fold, it's a fact. Praying together works. It's an almost guaranteed way to divorce-proof your marriage. Dr. Phil said.
Just like that.
Woo!
Now that begs more of an explanation
Yeah,
because what does that mean? That is the two of you doing heart business with God on your own, and then coming together as a married couple, totally surrendered to Him, saying, "We need you, God. We invite you into our relationship, into our individual messes and baggage and whatever, and here we are yours." And then pray for each other every day.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
a good
really hard
reminder.
to stay mad at somebody you're praying for.
That's
Seriously.
good
That's
to
really
know.
good.
Every day.
Yes.
My husband Ron and I do
Yes, Miss Ann.
my husband Ron and I do marriage seminars all over, and we talked about this, and we do a teaching on praying together.
Yeah.
A couple came up to us afterwards, and the wife was like, "Yes, I'm so glad you said that." The husband looked at us and said, "Are you serious? Like, do you really pray together?" Because we gave some examples of our own life.
Yeah.
Do you really pray together every day? And we said, most days. I mean, there's some days when
Yeah.
schedules are crazy, but yeah, most days we do pray. He said, "What do you say?" He said, I don't speak in Bible talk. What do I?" And I said, "You don't have to talk that way. You
Right.
just, it's like talking to your best friend, but it's God.
Right.
You're saying, God, here I am again, and you helped me yesterday. Thank you so much. I needed you. And you know what? I'm blowing it right now, and I need your help. I need wisdom and help my spouse, because they're going through something." And then
That's good.
throughout the day, and Ron and I do this, send texts to each other about whatever it is you're praying about. It could be, just thought of you, praying for that meeting you've got later today. That I know it's really stressing you out, but you've got this. Don't worry about it. You're gonna kill it.
Wow.
It's
Okay, that's good.
So there's
I don't do that
praying
enough.
together is more than just your morning
prayer, yeah.
routine, but it's throughout the day. So I think that's what this
That's
is talking
really
about.
Because
good.
you're really becoming each other's cheerleaders.
Right.
Exactly.
You're cheering
Yeah.
each other's
Yeah.
onward to success.
Yeah.
I
And
love
that's,
that.
go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like that also would turn your focus off yourself more and onto the service part
Yes,
of
that is
for
good.
somebody else.
That is
Yeah.
good.
and that's something I would
Yeah.
be convicted of.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? I think for women like us, we're busy, we're focused. There's a lot going on, and this is actually really good, Anne, because I have, especially with the show and things, if I can be so honest, I have been all focused in on me and the work I do, and I honestly have. There are moments of just forgetting Chris and the needs, and he's got his own life and the kids and all other things happening, and I'm just like consumed with me.
Yeah.
And I think that's so good of a reminder to just say, even a little text like, "Hi,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and
You
I
know,
love what
it's
Cheryl said
good.
earlier, where you said it's not a competition.
Yeah, the power
It's
struggle.
not. It's not
Yeah.
a power struggle. You're going
So big.
together side by side. You're not like this.
Yeah.
And when we talk about conflict resolution. You don't like you're both. You've got the conflict in the middle of the table, and you're across from each other arguing about this. No, the conflict is on that side of the table, and the two of you are facing
I
it
love that.
together.
That's
You're a
good.
team working
Yeah.
on
Like that. Right.
This is us, and this
Yeah.
is not going to affect us.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is something we're working on.
You know what I found, Anne, about what changed it for me, from power struggle to partnership, was I realized that we were fighting against each other because we didn't trust each other to
Yeah.
hold each other safe,
Yeah.
and I was fending for myself,
Yeah.
and instead of, I really do have you, and I really want what's best for you, so let this go, and I'm like, are you gonna let me fall? No, I've got you.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Well, about-
And it's risk. I mean, relationship is risk. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Especially as we go the second time round. My Christian counselor therapist was like, "It's gonna take there's risk and there's trust,
Yeah.
because it's terrifying. You're like, I've given myself before, trusting, and that person has left or abandoned or rejected. So it's hard for me to give myself again. And so that was one of the hardest things with Chris, because he would do something, and I'm like, so I would back off and recluse and be like, okay, whoa, I'm gonna do it on my
Because
own.
you gave yourself and got dropped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
feel like
that
we
thing,
could do
right?
a whole other show on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
That very point.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have to have you back, Anne. That's
I'd love
so
it.
good.
I'd love it.
Okay. That is a really powerful thing about the praying and the power struggle and that. So I guess let's just move into some takeaways. I know that there's a man's greatest need in your opinion. Let's do that, and then we'll do a takeaway. But there you have a thought here that the man's greatest need is
Well,
blank.
okay, because I wanted to get to what surprised my husband the most.
Oh, right. Ron, that's right.
About women.
Okay, let's
But
do that.
that ties into the greatest
Okay.
need. So I'll just skim really fast.
Okay, let's do
so
it.
man's greatest need, the top three, according to Jimmy Evans, a really good marriage expert in the States that we just love. Top three men's greatest needs: honor and respect, sexual intimacy, friendship. Now, as Ron says
Okay, wait a second.
at our
honor and respect,
sexual intimacy, friendship. A lot of men are saying, no, those top two need to be flipped. I'm sorry. No, my greatest need is not honor and respect.
It's
and
sexual
you know what it
intimacy.
is.
Yeah.
But no, Ron says, no, it's true. It is. And honor and respect is so important to a man. It's like oxygen for his soul.
Right.
And we need to give him that, because if we don't give him that, he's going to be drawn to, he's going to gravitate to that place where he gets the most oxygen.
Honor. And how would you define honor?
Honor. That's building him up, remembering what drew you to him in the first place, building him up in front of other people.
Where he feels valuable,
Yeah.
needed.
Exactly. And then a woman's top 3 needs are, and then I'm saying that to set up what Ron learned. Love him. A woman's top 3 needs are, I gotta make sure
I'm
I
gonna
get
write
them
this
right.
down so I can show this to
Here they
Chris.
are. Security, soft, non-sexual affection,
Wow.
Okay,
and open
yes.
and honest communication.
Yes,
So
yes, and
true.
yes.
Yes.
This is so true.
Okay, wait, say that again. Security, yeah.
Security, soft, non-sexual affection,
Yes.
and open and
Yes.
honest
I
communication.
just want to snuggle. Jeez.
I just want a little,
This is also
yeah, a little
All I
rub,
want
a
to
little
do right now.
massage.
I actually saw a T-shirt one day that says "forehead kisses are so underrated," and I'm like, I need that T-shirt.
That is so good.
Security, and then and then sorry,
Soft, non-sexual
and
affection, open and
open
honest
communication.
communication.
Oh, that's so
and this
true.
this is what Ron learned. That, and this is what Jimmy Evans said,
Yeah.
and Ron said,
Okay.
wow, blow my mind, is that open and honest communication as meaningful to a woman as sex is to a man.
Wow. Yeah.
Amen.
Oh,
Let
yes.
the church
Okay.
say amen.
Do you know what that does, though?
and
In
honest.
my mind, that makes me understand the value a man has on sexual intimacy. Because if the conversation is as valuable as
Yes.
that's interesting.
Yeah. So it
So
does
it's
the
equal.
reverse for you.
Yeah.
It's as
let me
important
just
to
make a
a
line over
woman
that.
to have open and honest communication with her husband as it is for a man to have sexual intimacy with his wife.
Interesting.
wow.
And,
I would agree with that.
And something that Ron and I do a whole teaching on this, but one thing we say is quite often, if the man fulfills that need of his wife for the open and honest communication, she is more likely
Right.
Yeah,
to
the
be
sexual
sexually intimate with him
intimacy.
because she feels that connection, that emotional connection.
So can I ask a
Wow.
question quickly on that?
Sure.
So I've also heard the opposite in terms of your husband is more likely to have a good conversation with you if you fulfill that sexual need.
That's true.
It's one and the same.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tug of war.
Yeah. Well, if he gets it though,
Yeah.
then you are more engaged sexually, and then he is more fulfilled, and then the two of you then come out of it with more of an intimate connection,
Right.
emotional
And maybe
connection.
he'll
where
snuggle
that
you
comes
then.
So he needs to get it.
Get it.
He needs to
And then he also wants to get
Get it.
Got it.
Got it. Get it, and got it.
Yeah.
Hashtag get it, got it.
T-shirt.
Yeah. Oh
Our
my goodness,
crew
that's
is
amazing.
laughing their heads
amazing.
off. I think we
So
just-
that I
yeah.
love that. So and honestly, those are really good takeaways, Anne.
Yeah, it was really good.
So
I barely touched my nose. So
I know.
Anyway,
Well, you know
that's why
what?
you're
When you do
coming
your
back.
blog post and when you come back, you're gonna
Okay.
share.
Okay.
Wow, I love that. There was so much in there. I learned prayer is important.
Yes.
And wow, I didn't
Pray together.
Pray together. And I think this is really key. Women's security, soft non-sexual affection, open honest communication, men honor, respect, sexual intimacy, and friendship.
And friendship. Yeah.
And
yeah.
friendship. See, that's a good one because men I think don't have close male friendships, right? Is that why they want
Well,
friendship from us?
the friendship is talking about with
Oh,
the wife.
with wife,
the
yeah,
wife.
yeah.
No, men are friends. Ron always says it this way. He said men bond this way. They're fishing or they're shooting hoops or something. Where women bond face to face.
Right.
And so as we enter his world, we need to realize that he bonds with us as we're doing something fun with him. And so we
Right.
be friends. Ron is so competitive. Oh my goodness, he beats me at almost everything. But then I trash talk him, and so it's kind of a give and
And
take.
trash
But then the honor and
love
respect
it.
thing is just totally ruined. So then I got to go back and start over again. But no, it's
Love
the
it.
fun. It's the fun
Yeah.
friendship thing.
That's so good.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
How, can I ask how you maintain that? Like just quickly?
We have games that we love to play together. Yeah. It's just you find whatever you enjoy doing
Yeah.
together. And sometimes what he enjoys and you don't enjoy, if you try it, you might find that you like it.
right.
Yeah, but
Love
it's
that.
individual.
Oh, that's good,
So
Anne.
good.
So good. Nice, good reminders. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. We learned a
you.
lot. Ladies, thanks for questions and sharing. Get it, got it.
Get it, get it.
Get it, got it. Good. Well, to you viewers, I'm sure you enjoyed this conversation, laughed with us. And again, if you have any comments, questions, go to our website, let us know. And we honestly love your comments. And so even on our blog posts, make some comments. I know, Anne, you're going to be having a blog post, and so that they can comment through our website as well. Also, don't forget, check out our amazing partners on our site, download our New Life Bible app, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Well, thanks again. This was fun.
This was fun.
And I'm going to send this link to Chris, ASAP. Be like, hey.
Here, do you just want my notes?
Here's some,
I can just
here's
give
some
you my
things that I commit to you, and you can commit to me. So, and we're going to have honest and open communication from here on in.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks again. Thanks, you guys. We will see you on Friday, the two of you, and we are going to see you soon. You've got to come back.
Absolutely.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know.
And you are a gorgeous Nana.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Don't get me started on my grandkids again.
Anyway, thanks so much. And to viewers, we will see you on Friday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.